Hi, I'm Evin of Evin Photography. I am a wife, mother of 3, and have been a professional photographer for over 12 years. I have a heart to help you capture better photos of your day-to-day life and the kids in it. After you watch this series, you will have the tools to capture those once-in-a-lifetime moments of your family with confidence and skill. Welcome, Photo Mamas. Hi, I'm Evin of Evin Photography and the creator of Photo Mamas. I love sharing with others how to capture better moments with their camera in your everyday. I love to tell you more today about iPhone photography. Whether you're traveling, taking photos at events, or even if you have a company and want to get better photos of your product, this is the course to help you do that. We can teach you through light and perspective how to enhance your photos and get those moments you've always wanted to capture. Let me help you get better photos with your iPhone because it's the camera that's always with you. Taking better photos with your iPhone starts with simply opening your camera. To get your camera open on your iPhone, you can either swipe up and select the camera option. You may also swipe left to access the camera, or on the iPhone X and newer, it'll be in your top right corner and swipe down. For mine, we'll swipe left to access the camera. Then you'll look at what your subject is. For us, it'll be these barn doors. You will tap your subject, it will focus on the subject. But then from there, you can decide if you want it brighter or darker. For this, I want it just a little bit brighter, just for my taste. It's all about your style. Then press the shutter to take the photo. You might not know, you may turn your sideways if you're doing a horizontal landscape shot and press your volume button to shutter the photo as well. It's that simple to take a picture. You'll also see live at the top. This is where you can have a live photo or not. I typically have live photo off. It's a great effect if you want it, but not all the time. I also have my flash turned off all of the time unless it's absolutely needed. Natural light photos to me are my favorite and the best. Unless you're using a DSLR with flash, I prefer our iPhone photos without flash. So let's keep that off. You'll also see HDR. HDR stands for high dynamic range. If you're in a situation where it's a bright sunny day, you've got really bright sun, you've got really dark shadows, HDR is perfect for this. What HDR does is it captures 3 photos at one time. When you take a picture, it captures an overexposed photo, a medium exposed photo, and a darker photo and combines them together. In your newer iPhone, the X and above, it will combine these photos together automatically for you. You do not have to select HDR. But in the models that are older than that, you will definitely want to select HDR for these moments when you're taking great landscapes or outside on a bright sunny day. You'll love how the photos look. To capture great iPhone photos, it starts with light. Light can come from a variety of places. One of my favorite lights is window light. Window light is soft, even light. It's flattering, it gives definition to features, and that can be found in a variety of places, whether that's in your home in the morning or the afternoon, or in your local coffee shop. Let's start with taking some photos of food. This is an example of great window light that is fantastic in the space in my favorite coffee shop. Let's try taking some photos. Here you'll see some of the best food the shop has, and I love taking photos of it. Let's try some with our phone. You open the phone, you swipe up or swipe left. Here you go, you can take great window light from the side, focus on your subject, expose to darken or lighten, and then take your picture. If you have portrait mode, select portrait mode, tap on your subject, depth effect will be intact. You can increase the exposure, lighten or darken to where you're happy with, and then take your picture. So with window light, it is a great way to take good photos inside. When you're outside, try using open shade. Open shade is any shade that is even by a building or a tree. You don't want the spotty light. Try for even light. You can take your subject to that area if it's portable and get some great photos because of good light. Same thing in window light. You can take your subject where the light is best, soft and flattering, and get some great photos with the window light. Light is the best tip for getting good photos on your iPhone that has the best quality. Whether you have a DSLR or a smartphone, we've talked about the first step being achieving better photos with great light. Another way to get better photos is with your perspective. You can change your perspective by getting on eye level with your subject, finding a new angle, or even getting close up. In the past, a disadvantage to iPhones has been the wide angle, sharp focus option. Now this is all changed with portrait mode. Portrait mode softens the background and allows you to really focus on your subject and bring more attention to that detail. You can use portrait mode for product shots for your business, your morning coffee cup, or even for your child. Don't use it with action shots. It won't work as well. Find great light and try out portrait mode. Let's do a little sample right now with my son. This is my son Layton, and we're gonna get some photos of him today by shooting further back and then zooming in close for some new angles, all without moving our subject. All right, let's do this. All right, let's talk about perspective. From this perspective back here, I'm able to get a wider angle. It's okay if everything's crisp and in focus. It actually shows our location and where we are. So I like to use that a lot when we're traveling. So I squat down, get on his eye level to get that new angle we talked about. I've got it just on photo mode in the iPhone app. Then I will focus on my subject, adjust the exposure, and then press the shutter. But once I got my sequence set up, I need to make my subject laugh. Can you give me your best laugh? Oh, come on, you got better than that. Oh, don't you laugh. Layton, don't do it, don't do it. Awesome, great. Now, all without moving my subject, I can come in a little bit closer to Layton. I will select portrait mode, get in close to him, then it blurs the background with the depth effect. Focus, then we'll adjust, exposure. I focused on the subject, make sure the background is blurry with our depth effect in gold, and I take the photo. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you, baby. You did it. Good job. With the new versions of the iPhone, including the iPhone X, there are different ways to open your camera. You can click on the home button and swipe down from the top right, then you select your camera feature. Inside, you will also see that portrait mode offers new lighting situations that really enhance your portrait photos. You can select contour light, stage light mono, and studio light, which is my favorite. On studio light, it really enhances the photo and can give added effect. We're gonna practice a little bit with Layton. Layton, are you ready? Can you look at me? I'm gonna scroll over. Let's try contour light a little bit. Awesome. I think stage looks good in this spot. Now I need that real laugh. Okay. Good. Contour light, not my favorite. Let's go back to studio light. Depends on the situation, and I've got it. Thanks. Good job. The zoom feature on the iPhone can also give you a new perspective for your subject. There are several ways to zoom. When you have it where you want it, you can focus on your subject, adjust your exposure like we discussed, zoom in by the 1x, which is on most newer phones. 1x will double your zoom, or you can hold down the circle and with your arch motion, zoom in and out exactly where you want it. However, my favorite is still the pinch zoom. There are multiple ways to get closer to your subject to get a new perspective. This is a great way to do it. One of my favorite techniques with the iPhone is the action that you're allowed to capture with burst photos. To simply capture a burst photo, you hold down the shutter button and then release. We're gonna try it with my daughter Kinsey skipping through the field towards us. Let's try it now. All right, Kinsey, are you ready? Let's skip. We're gonna wait till she gets a little bit closer. When she gets there, we'll hold the shutter down and skipping. So great, awesome. Then we can go to the photo and hit select. And then you'll be able to scroll through and select the sharpest photo, and probably that one is my favorite. For this, I only want one favorite, so I'm gonna click done and keep only one favorite. Or you can keep multiple. One thing I wanna challenge you to do is make sure that you select your favorite at that moment. Do not wait till later, or you will have so many thousands of photos that you don't need, and it just takes up space. We love to take great silhouette photos of our kiddos, and I can't wait to show you how. Kinsey, you wanna help me out? Okay, yeah. All right, you stay right here and I'm gonna get set, okay? All right, All right, so what we do is we open up our camera. Obviously, you want to go to your settings and make sure HDR is on. And then you get on a very, very, very low point so that the back of the subject will be completely lit in the sky, and then you can silhouette your subject, or else they'll be blacked out with the horizon line. So I'm getting down very, very low. My HDR is on. Focus on our subject, hold it down to lock it. That way our subject stays in focus and we can darken the exposure as much as we want. I love the dark, dark sky in this shot. Okay, Kinsey, twirl. One more time. Great. I got those great photos. If you notice, if you focused on the grass, it would brighten up way too much. So to get the silhouette shot, you will focus on the subject, bring your exposure way down, lower your camera to the ground, and Kinsey, twirl. Oh, I can't wait to see how these turn out. Beautiful. We've discussed light and the quality that it brings to your photo. We've also discussed perspective and how it gives better visual interest to the photos that you take on your smartphone. Now let's talk about editing. When you edit your photo, you can do it several different ways. You can use filters, or you can edit the photo after you've taken the picture. That is what I like to do. Let's look at this. You can swipe up to get to your camera. When you go to take your photo, let's take a darker image just so we can edit it. Take the picture, go to the camera, edit, select the light changes for your app, go to light, and you may do the auto features so you can lighten or darken your image, or you can go into edit a little bit further. This is what I do. You will see you have brilliance, exposure, highlights, shadows, brightness, contrast, or black point. When I'm editing photos, most of the time I'm going to edit for something I'm going to post on social media. So sometimes the photo might be too dark or too bright. So what I like to do is up my shadows mostly. You can click shadows and select that scale. So let's do that. Done. And I also like to decrease the highlights or increase the highlights. For this image, I want to increase our highlights. Great, done. And then if you see it needs anything else, maybe warmth might be something that you like to add to a picture. You can do that by increasing your brightness or even in color. Done. So when we're talking about filters, you can select the filter first or you can add one later. I typically take my photo in the original format and then edit later. But if you'd like to select a filter first, one way to do that is the top right-hand corner of the photo screen. It allows you to then scroll along and select different filter options. Again, I like to start with the original and then select filters later. And that's it. Your photo's been edited. You can share to social media from this screen. I hope this helps. I don't do much editing on my photos. Usually for iPhone, it's something I want to enjoy, but if you're sharing it and you want to edit some of your smartphone images, this is a great way to do it. And here are some bonus Evin tips. My favorite thing to do with pictures is not just share on social media. It's just sharing with my friends and family privately. One way to do this is through the cloud, through your shared folders. Let's look at this. On your phone, under Photos, once in, you can go to the Shared Cloud. Then you can see all the different events that I've shared with friends and family, whether it be birthday parties, Thanksgiving, going to a football game. They're all here. You can go inside, see different options of adding photos and even people. Then they can add photos as well. Whether it's Thanksgiving, birthday parties, girls' trips, fun nights with just friends in the backyard cookout, you can share all of these through the shared folders, and you can upload your photos, invite your friends and family to upload theirs as well, download them to your phone, and then you have them not on social media. Hope that helps. It's a great way to share. Another great way to share your photos is through sharing memory slideshows. iPhone already does this for you automatically. You don't even have to. It's awesome. Let's go into the Photos app again. You select your photo icon. Once in there, next to photos is memories. Select memories. You can see here one of the options it gives me is Christmas Day, fall, last summer, Easter Sunday, 5 years ago, fluffy friends over the years, Halloween. The options are really endless. Cuter by the day, last weekend, and on this day. What I love to do is select one of them, even just looking for myself. You can go in, let's go into last summer, and you can hit play, and it automatically plays a version vertically, or your phone will flip it horizontally. If you love what it's doing, go ahead and share. If you want to make changes, even to the music, you can slow it down, speed it up, or even change the song style. It's a great way to share with your friends and family. Let's enjoy Christmas Day. When selecting Christmas Day, just simply hit play. You can have a vertical or horizontal slideshow. Now this music is a little too intense for Christmas Day. So once the slideshow is playing, you can hit the slideshow and select, let's try uplifting. Hit play again. A little bit more appropriate for Christmas Day. If you love it and you want to share it with friends and family, you can hit pause and select to share Christmas Day. Go to next, then you see messages, mail, YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram. Right here from your phone. It's already created. Hope this is a great way that teaches you how to share with your friends and family. Another tip for you parents out there is guided access. This really has nothing to do with photography, but when I shared this tip with my mom friends, it blew their mind. So I wanted to share it with you. Guided access is a way that iPhone is created. When we have an app open that our kids are using, maybe playing their favorite game, you can lock it on that app, and when they press the home button, which they all know how to do, they cannot exit that app unless they press the passcode. This is so great for our toddlers. Let me show you how to turn it on for your phone. If you go into Settings, General, Accessibility, and then scroll all the way down until you get to Guided Access. You'll turn Guided Access on, enable the passcode, and then you're set. Here's an option that I will show you will save your life. Scroll over to your kids section. Let's try it with an app for our children. Here's one of my kids' favorites. So say I've opened this app for my kids. I don't want them to be able to exit if I've handed them my phone. You can triple click your home button now and Guided Access is started. They will now, if they try to click the home button, cannot exit the app. If you yourself would like to exit the app to use your phone again, simply triple click. It'll give you a passcode option, or you can enable the Touch ID. And General Guided Access, you may click End, and you are out of the app. You may now press the home button to exit. And that's it. I hope this helps. One last tip I have for you is video. When I go to my friends' kids' birthday parties or even theirs, I love to shoot video of them blowing out their candles. But at the same time, I can't take pictures when I'm doing video, but now you can. When you do video on the iPhone and you start it, you'll see at the top left, there's a shutter button. Press that shutter button while you're filming, and it also takes still photos.
We got 1, 2, 3, go!
It's a great way that you can take video and still photos at the same time. We've discussed the way to get better photos with your iPhone starts with light and perspective. Finding great light gives you more quality with your pictures, and a better perspective makes the photos so much more interesting. These are all ways to take better photos with your iPhone. If you want to learn more, check out Photo Mamas 101, where we discuss the technical and creative aspects of photography and go more in depth on ISO, aperture, and shutter speed. You can also share with us photos that you've been taking through our Instagram and Facebook. Be sure to hashtag #GoPhotoMamas. We can't wait to see what you capture.